Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I would jump on and say hi. Um, I've had a heck of a week again, like always, I guess. It's pretty common for the channel, I think. But I wanted to throw it out there that I'm probably going to do some different stuff. Maybe a live podcast or some kind of live stream. I don't want to call it a podcast, but a live stream maybe one time a week, and then do recorded videos the other time, and probably some of the older type of videos. Not the robot recorded, but definitely recorded another voice. I got stuff piling up. Honestly, I'm gonna have to do them on some different channels because I'm going to figure out a way to, if I'm going to do this, I need to do some kind of financially supportive system to make the channel go. I'm trying, but I mean, it's not a good thing. It's like what I was saying is, trying to figure out how to do this. I don't feel like the podcast is working out good. I mean, honestly, I don't. So I may do a live like once a week and then do regular videos and stuff as I go along. But I want to have to open up other channels and put those stories on those channels and, do book drops and stuff like that to keep this thing financially going. And the new ecosystem is horrible. What people are into is different. So I mean, I have to pull people back into the stories, and it's kind of depressing. I mean, to be honest with you. But anyway, I want to jump on here and let you guys know that I'm not trying to leave you hanging or anything like that. I'm just still trying to figure out how to do all this and how to do everything to work around my family and everything else to get everything done. But I hope all you guys are well. Like I said, I was going to jump on for a quick live and, talk to everybody and see what's going on and let you guys kind of know about the state and condition of the channel and how I'm going to have to do things. Like I said, one time a week is not. I don't know. I mean, one time a week is probably what I can do with the live, and then maybe more, maybe less. I mean, it just depends. But I've given it a lot of thought over the past week. I may have talked to Tuck like one time. I have to figure out stuff and try to figure out what is the best direction for me to go with this, so I can financially support this and do this. I'm going to do it. But I mean, cause look, I can't be monetized on YouTube unless I open up another channel and then build those channels. So I can't make any money from YouTube. They won't let me have a Patreon anymore because apparently I said something about somebody on one of my other social media sites that is not even connected with Paranoid Times. So they banned me from a Patreon. And I don't know. So I'm going to have to do it differently. I never wanted my fan base to support my creations and stuff like that. I know they do, but in a financial sense, I always used YouTube or something to take care of it. But I got to figure out another avenue to do this, and the only thing I can come up with is to actually create other channels, separate channels, that will act as reservoirs for individual stories, and just kind of direct everybody over there. And I got some really cool stuff in the works. I'm going to move the Flash interface stuff over to its own channel. I am going to move a whole new series called Reel to Reel over to its own channel. It's already got some backing. 48 episodes over the course of a year. I have a production team and staff that is willing to come on once I'm about done. Then we'll have a book drop and a movie. And I was wanting to use fan art and stuff like that and try to get some of you guys to be in the movie if you wanted to. That might be cool. But it just depends. This Reel to Reel is a good classic horror type thing, and it's not this AI slop that's out here. My microphone's gonna mess up. Plus, I've been working on microphones, and I'm still hammering out gear and stuff around here, trying to get everything situated and figured out how I want to do it. And I don't know. It is what it is, but I apologize. I don't know what else to say. And like I said, I have no idea what to talk about tonight, other than let you guys know what was going on. I was, like I said, just trying to, and still trying to work it out. Still trying to work it out mentally how to do all this. Honestly, I about gave up again. And my sons are like, no, make videos. I'm like, and if I don't make videos, I'm just going to be depressed. Write stories or something, I'm just going to be depressed. So I need something to do. Looks like YouTube's dropping frames and stuff. But, like I said, it is what it is. And, hopefully, you guys know what's going on. And like I said, I will update y'all as we do. I'm going to try to get on tomorrow and try to do a longer thing. Honestly, guys, I don't want to talk about the news anymore. The news is so friggin' depressing. Yes, we're going to war. Yes, there's data centers. Yes, there's cameras and stuff like that. But in my own personal mind, I feel like everybody is, chasing the wrong form of paranoia there. I think there's a reason why they're doing the data centers. They're trying to figure out something. It's not about trying to gather information on people they've already gathered information on. And they don't care how many steps we take a day. They don't care what we buy at the supermarket. They don't care about any of this stuff. It doesn't make any sense to use the resources and spend this type of build this kind of infrastructure and spend this amount of money just to figure out what we buy at fucking Walmart. So, and I can get on here and I can watch some of these videos and I can talk to some of these other people, and man, I just get red in the face because they're expecting you to bite down on this stuff, and whoever's building this stuff and doing these things, they're after something else other than what they think that what these other people think that we're after, and they just don't grasp it. They don't see it. What it is, I don't know. I'm not, I don't want to scream aliens every time, and I don't even think the alien stuff's right. To be honest with you, there was a contact that happened off of my state here in Virginia. They were full on crazy down there at Norfolk. had boats and everything else out. They were investigating all these objects that come flying out of the water and kind of set on the horizon out there. I mean, it was openly in the paper. I was like, wow, they're just talking about this stuff now. But I don't know. You know, all this stuff is probably connected to something. It's probably a new weapon. You know, God knows what it is. And, you know, oddly, we got X-Files coming back out again, and it seems like when X-Files starts dropping, you got more weird shit going on. If you guys remember when the last X-Files dropped, they were talking about, you know, basically the world we live in now with you know, AI and watchdogs and infrastructure and everything else. And, you know, just like they were saying is you know, people were just looking at the line underneath everything. There's, like I said, there's something else. There's a reason why they're doing it. You know, we can't stop all this. I mean, Trump will come out on the news, what, today or yesterday, I think it was, and he says, you know, you guys just need to get used to it. I'm like, okay. You know, that right there is enough information for me that they're not going to stop, and there's nothing we can say or do to make them stop doing any of that. You know, you have the President of the United States that is about to nuke Iran tell you, hey, you need to get used to data centers. I think we should get used to data centers. You know, I don't know. People are crazy. They are. You know, they think they can go up against this, whatever this is, whatever reasoning they have to tear up all this farmland and stuff like that. It's just silly. I don't know, it's all silly. I mean, it's silly to think that all of this stuff is for, you know, us to fiddle around on games and YouTube and Facebook. I don't know. But maybe it's the Facebook and the YouTube and the data center Karens that gets me the most. I actually think I may have got to the point where I'm just gotten old. You know, like I told everybody else, you know, to get off my porch kind of guy. I don't know. It says YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth whatever. Why does it keep doing that? I don't know. I swear to God, all of my stuff is running good. You know, if you guys see any kind of bad stuff going on y'all's end, but everything is running good. You know, I see the numbers coming on, coming off sometimes. And I'm only streaming on the one thing. I don't know. If anybody knows what it means by please use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Currently, keyframes are not being sent often enough, which can cause buffering in the current key. The hell is that supposed to be? I have no idea. Anyway, but apparently there's some kind of small issue there. I mean, I see it a lot sometimes. Yeah, I wish you guys could talk back to me. I wish there was a way for you guys to respond and talk to me. I mean, you know, if somebody wants to call in, you know, all you have to do is let me know, and I'll set the phone number up real quick if I'm on. But yeah, like I said, if you want to call in and talk about shit, we can, we will, whatever. You know, that's honestly what I wanted to do originally, but that didn't work. You know, it doesn't work three-way. It works two-way, but not three-way. And so I don't know, guys. But anyway, like I said, I hope all you guys are doing well, and I am going to try to be back. And it'll be more together. I'm going to try to put together a list tomorrow of some kind when I come back on. I'm going to try to come back on tomorrow. I'm going to try on Saturday, but, you know. But I do want to play a game tomorrow at some point. I need some kind of mental break of some kind. I have a horror game that I'm going to check out. But I want to line it up and kind of give you an idea about how the channels and stuff are going to work. Basically we'll have this channel, and then there'll be other channels where to have those other stories on it. And this channel will have these stories on it too, by the way. I forgot that. I don't like some of the older stuff, the way this thing used to run. But like I said, I don't make any money here, so I can't do anything. I can't keep it. I'm going to have to do. Well, I don't mind writing. I don't mind putting that much effort into it, but I got to do a lot of video stuff, and kind of like go away from the rest of my life and do all this. So I'm going to have to put in 3 channels worth of work into to 3 channels or 4 channels. Actually, it's 4 channels. Yeah. Let's see, reel to reel, the flash interface. Of course, this one I got to feed this one, and then there's the gaming channel. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I got this cool audio program. I was hoping there'd be more people in here, and we could test out the audio stuff, but man, ain't no big deal. I kind of see what new voice you guys like, because I can't use the old voice. It's like I can't use any of my old stuff, and they don't want me to do any of the old things. And I tell you, whatever I did to YouTube, I must have really pissed them off. That's all I know. YouTube, Patreon, everybody, I must have really pissed them off. I think I pissed off Facebook too. I don't know. I mean, I'm getting like 32,000, 50,000 views every few days on Facebook, and technically I should be making something over there, but I'm not. I don't understand that. And I'm not advertising. Everybody getting views because they advertise. So I don't advertise. I just make content, stick it out there. People come check it out and leave. I don't know. But anyway, like I said, I hope you guys are having a great day, or night, or whatever. Hope all you guys are having fun. And I want to let you know I'm okay, and everybody else is okay. And I will be back on tomorrow. I just want to give you a sense about what is going on, how I'm doing things. For the most part, the way it looks right now is keeping this channel, probably doing 1 to 2 lives a week on this channel. I got to make videos for Reel to Reel, which is backed by a movie now, but I got to really put some effort into it. That will be its own channel. And then the Flash Interface, which I hope becomes a movie again. And that will be its own channel, so everybody can kind of skip from there. And of course, I'm trying to get Midnight Confessions running, so I won't have to feed all those channels. But yeah, be safe and keep your eyes open. Yeah, I agree. You should. You should. Well, we'll talk more tomorrow if you guys are around. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna try to pop in, try to catch up with everybody. But I just want to do a quick live, pop on, let everybody know what's going on. If you're one of my normals and I don't see you, sorry, and sorry for the rest of you guys. Life kind of sucks sometimes. People are sick and everything else, and you're trying to figure out everything and trying to get it all done and try to keep your stuff going. And I'm trying to figure out some way to keep the lights on. I hope you're well, and I hope you're good, and God bless, and stay paranoid, my friends, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow, probably early.